All right, in case you're wondering what I've just done, I've got a strand that I started with, went all the way along the length of this, formed a loop and came back. From there, I started wrapping it around this thing until it's all the way up to here. And then I took the other end and stuck it through that loop. Now when I pull these things tight, this is going to go into here. It's an old Navy knot that they used to hide what they call small work. And of course, my line broke. But there you have the beginnings of a policier. I'm going to go back and put another strand around here, make it a little bit tighter. I'm going to use the same technique. I'll show you that. We'll clean up a little bit here, and then oh no, I might try a different kind of line on this. All right, I've got this orange line here. It's a nylon line. It probably won't break as easily as the garden stuff did. It plus that garden twine is burlap line, and it's very old. I've had it forever. This is used in construction to mark out plots. So I'm going to work, whereas I worked with the loop at this end, I'm going to work with the loop at this end this time, and we're going to do it one more time. All right, I've got my line wrapped around. It's very loosely wrapped since I've got the other one underneath it. All I'm trying to do is secure this so that it doesn't unravel on me. And here is the other loop. Like I said, this is old sailor's knot. I'm an old sailor. I forget what the name of this thing is, but all I'm going to do is thread my loose line that I've got wrapped around this up underneath, if I can get it, up underneath here. And once I get that, I get the other loose end at the bottom, and I pull, and I don't know if you can see that. Here. It's just going to pull this loop up underneath those bindings, and then theoretically, once you've got that in there like that and it's underneath the pressure of all of those loops, you can cut it and it will be just fine forever and a day. Okay, we're going to do without that, and we're going to take, and you see, I'm going to take this to the bandsaw and I'm just going to cut this part off right here. I'm not going to use it for anything, like I said. This one here I'm going to cut and make it more even. And once the wax gets in there, look, there's a whole lot of play in this. A traditional policier is not this loose. This is just, you know, my makeshift. Let's get rough and ready with it to go. But I'll take it to the bandsaw, I'll clean it up a little bit, and I'll show you what it is. Okay, so after I got the policier put together, it was so loose that I decided, well, I'm going to be using this thing. I need to make it better. So I rebound it with some twine all the way through, used the same method I showed you earlier. And these tight fibers right here, I ended up going to the bandsaw and just cutting them across on both sides so that I can use both sides. Then I took it to my belt sander and just kind of ran it across that so that it was smooth as this is here, which there's a lot of glare, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but it's the same on both sides. So this is going to work really, really well. Next thing I'm going to do with it is get my shop crock pot out, put some hard wax in there, melt it down, and then just submerge this. I'm going to put the whole thing in there. Actually, no. I'm going to put the whole thing in there this way, so it's going to sit in there like that. And I'm going to have one dry end, and I'm going to have one wet end. The longer it sits and absorbs, it's going to work its way up the fibers and everything into here. But right now, this is a down and dirty policier. I think the whole thing took me 10 minutes to make. And so if I can do this with whisk broom, you can too. Whisk brooms are $5-10 at one of the big box stores, probably less at a dollar store, probably a lot less at a dollar store. So if you want to explore the policier more, I recommend it. I love the finish that this thing makes when it is all said and done. And we're going to look at, in a future video, the loofah, which gives a similar finish to this. And one more method that I was a little bit surprised to hear about, but when I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, this is fine. So I'm Thomas. This is I Don't Know What I'm Doing. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos about things like this. Don't go just yet. A bit of bonus material. Here's the new policier. This is the old one. Like I said, the old end of it, just raggedy, falling apart. It's all crusted and knotted up and looks gnarly. The other end, the end that was dry, I just took and cut off because it was very rough, and it is now smooth like it should be. And if I soak this one, it's going to be good to go for working in small areas, those nice tight corners on some projects. So it pays to recycle, reuse, and reduce. I think that's what my wife always says. Thank you for watching.